Okay, my name is Tim Carlisle. We're on our property here. It's been in my family for a number of years. We originally was a land grant from the King of England. So in this particular area here, our situation was a little different than most people with forestry. Like I say, my dad watched over it, but he kind of used our land as a piggy bank, or not a piggy bank, but safety blanket. And he only cut timber whenever he needed some money for major expenses or all that. So when me and my brother and sister sort of took over, all the land that we had real old mature timber. And this particular section here, we thinned it, not so much for the usual reasons that you thin timber, but we thinned it for the reason so that the wood could last longer, hopefully so that we can end up with different age classes of timber instead of everything being old and mature. We've had fire breaks put in, we've had water bars put in to keep, helping that with the erosion problems. We've done the prescribed burns. We've planted loading docks where we do timber cuts. We plant those back in native warm season grasses. It's been a tremendous benefit, and I can see where it would be a great benefit to the wildlife too, from what I can see. This particular spot was one of the first places that we had a fire, so it kind of scared us, or scared me to death, because when I rode over here and all I could see was flames everywhere. It was like you got to have some faith that surely these people are doing what they're doing, but everything worked out well. And prescribed burns, are really a good thing, but I also encourage people, get somebody that is a professional that knows what they're doing, because it can get out of hand, and there's a lot of different factors that play into doing a prescribed burn, with the temperature and the humidity and the wind. And wouldn't encourage anybody to just go out and decide I'm going to do a prescribed burn and I think I can do it myself and I'll save the money. Get a professional that knows what they're doing. Well, there are a number of the native warm season grasses that started appearing here. Of course, I really didn't realize that that's what was happening until we came to this program, but they walked all out through this area, and it was like, oh, I can't even name the plants, but there were a number of different plants in the native warm season grasses, and they were saying it was because of the prescribed burn that it just opened up everything that had just been laying here dormant. In the past, we have not had prescribed burns. When my dad was here, he was scared of fire, and he wasn't about to light a fire intentionally. But we've learned about it, that actually a fire can be a good thing, and when it's controlled and done right, that there are many benefits to doing the prescribed. I see a lot more turkey nowadays. We lease our land to a hunt club that do mostly deer hunting. We're seeing more deer too, but the deer the last few years have been off. But we're seeing a lot of turkeys, and then probably about 3 or 4 months ago I was riding through the property and I saw a couple quail across the road, and when I pulled up to where they were at and stopped, then the rest of them were all over here, all flew up the side of my little four-wheeler, and that's the first bunch of quail I've seen in a long time. So hopefully it's going to work. And I've had some of the hunters to tell me that they've seen quail and have come across quail, while they've been out hunting. So I think it's working. It all started, we got a letter in the mail that they were wanting to start this project, and it started out pretty slow. We went to our first meeting, and it was probably a year and a half, maybe even longer than that, before we heard anything. But once the program got rolling, it really went to rolling, and it's been a good job. We have a close relationship with Ellis and Reginald and Stacy Henry at the NRCS. I'm also president of the Local Landowners Association, and we've had Stacy to come out to our meetings and present programs. So I know if there's anything that I need or help or whatever, I know I can call her and she'll help me. And I would like to encourage anybody that has an opportunity to work with a project like this, don't be afraid of it. Go in and talk to people and find out about it. This has been one of the most beneficial programs we've ever had. We've gotten so much done on our property that I'm certain would not have gotten done without the help of this project. They're there for you anytime you need them. A lot of times I've been thinking with our forester that we have, and with the NRCS too, I don't think I've ever told them no to anything.